Here at Atlanta with the Cup Series today, and those of you that were just watching the Xfinity Series, you saw we are joined by the race winner for the Xfinity Series, JoJo, and I'm your host, Captain Dead Dad. JoJo, going in today, who are you feeling for favorites?
I'm not saying this because he's my teammate, but I know Ghost wins a lot here in league races, so I'm definitely going to be watching him and, Joker. What about you?
Definitely, probably one to watch, honestly. Honestly, and I'm not going to say this because he's my teammate either, but Big Jim, back in the 11, making his return after taking the small hiatus after Daytona. I'm honestly pretty hyped for him. As far as I know, he was pretty confident going into today, so I
Yeah,
guess we're just gonna have to
glad
wait
to
and really
have
see.
glad to have him back. We know Jim's really fast and definitely belongs where he's at with these guys.
Definitely. I mean, if it wasn't for him getting wrecked nearly every weekend or every race, he'd probably be up there in the playoffs. And a lot of people are hopeful that he can make the playoffs this season, so long as he stays in the league anyway.
Yeah, and he actually did race Monday, so this is his second race in return.
Yep. Anyway, Atlanta, it's not really known for being an easy track to drive. I mean, regardless of whatever you do with your setup, you're either going to be really tight or really loose. And sometimes both if you're just that unlucky. I mean, what do you really do here to try and control that?
Well, you gotta manage your tire fall off, so it's very easy but hard to do on this track. You really gotta make sure you don't slide in the corners and that you're able to just take the corner accurately, honestly. Because if you slide them tires, your tire wear drops significantly.
Definitely. I mean, once you start sliding through those corners, they just heat up so much, and it tends to just really kill them, honestly.
Yeah. So, do you think this is gonna be caution filled, or do you think they're gonna keep it green? Like Xfinity did, I think, very well today compared to past races.
I'm pretty hopeful that it'll stay clean. I mean, the trucks yesterday, they were able to stay caution-free as far as I know. I think there might have been one, and then today in Xfinity there was only those 2 or 3 cautions and then that manual. So I'm pretty hopeful that the Cup guys can keep it clean today and get it done as fast as possible.
If there was a surprise winner today, who do you think it'd be?
Honestly, a surprise winner today for me would be the 19 of AK Unleaded. He's been kind of a bit of a dark horse. You and I have kind of first-hand experience with how he races, and I feel like he could honestly get something done here at Atlanta. Who are you thinking?
Um, Let me check it out real quick. Let me pull up the list. Just because
Yeah,
I don't got it all
that is if
memorized.
he's racing anyway.
Someone we don't really talk about. I think Color is a dark horse as well. He's real quiet. He doesn't talk a lot in the chat, but I know he's pretty fast whenever he gets going. So watch out for him as well.
Definitely, I think Color was I can't remember if it was Pocono or at Dover. He was running up front with a lot of the big people. It was at Dover, actually. He was running up front in the top 5 for most of the race. So, definitely be nice for him to get a win today.
Let's see who got pole. Big Jim?
Big Jim got pulled?
I don't know.
Damn.
Big Jim's giving up fire emojis. So, oh, maybe it was Heredia. Jim. Nope, Jim got pole.
Damn,
So.
Big Jim with pole. Holy shit. That's I mean, not really too surprising, but at the same time, kinda.
Speaking of, I said Heredia's name. Coming off that win last week, congrats to him. He's always one to watch because Heredia's Heredia.
Definitely. I mean,
so keep an eye out for him.
Honestly, the main 2 people you really want to watch throughout these races is just Joker and Heredia. I don't feel like you're ever going to see a different champion other than Riley. I don't think you're going to see a different champion as long as those two are racing in Hennessy. They're honestly too good. There needs to be another series above this.
I can agree with you on that.
All right,
but
hey, we can join. Yep.
Harder for it.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they haven't just been getting free wins. There's definitely been people up there with them. But we're just going to have to really wait and see. Hopefully it doesn't take forever to load in again for me.
This is about 160 laps, right?
I think it's like 120. I'm not sure. It's a 200-mile race. Atlanta's a mile and a half, right?
It's a 200-mile. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll find out. Here we go.
You know, I think Noob's is streaming. We could definitely figure out from him.
Green flag's back underway. Or not back underway. It's finally underway.
I'm still loading in anyway. Coming here, you know, Big Jim and on pole, but one person we don't really talk about very often, I believe that is the 12 just behind him. I think it's
Fire
12
Slayer.
anyway. Yeah. Fire Slayer, not really, not towards the back of the pack often, more like in the middle. He's running second right now, though. I mean, do you feel like he could probably pull off that win today? If for some reason Jim, Joker, Heredia, and everybody else we talk about every other race managed to not like do anything.
I think Fire is one of those guys. He gets in those late incidents, so he can't find his way back quick enough. But I think if he can maintain up here, I think he's definitely fast. I think he could definitely hang with these front guys. Someone else real quick I'd like to include is Mike G's been running very well lately as well in the 14.
Definitely Mike G. I think he's coming off like a top 5 at Dover. I'm not sure where exactly he finished for Pocono, but he's honestly been on a bit of a hot streak lately.
Definitely. He's running third, and Joker, I don't know where he started, but he wasn't inside the top 10. He's now 4th.
Yeah, I mean, Joker, I think he started way back in like 8th or 9th. Just kind of scary how fast he's making that progress, being already up to 4th. But I'm not really too sure. He doesn't really have any teammates around him other than McCard in the 9, just behind Heredia. That's really about it.
I also got word in my my team chat. I don't think Sharp's lagging today, so always watch out for him as well. And
I'm not sure how many.
Racing?
I
don't think he is.
I don't think he is either. Nope, he is not racing, sadly. Anyway, gotta change my dark horse then. Fuck.
I would change mine to Mike G, but I can't do that to color.
I gotta stick with Toyota. And Jim's running up front, so I can't pick him. Oh, the pains of being a Toyota fan. Let's see, coming back around that 20 car. I can barely see him, but he's right there. A little bit of an incident on the backstretch. I believe the 12 or the 14 might have gotten the wall.
Yeah, and we got a battle for second. Here comes Mike G in the 14 leading that group. Fire Slayer got a little tight. He's going to lose a bunch of positions here.
Yeah, hopefully Fire Slayer can get back down. I mean, if you get moved up onto that top line, you really need to hope as we have McCard slide up high again, getting Fire Slayer another bump. There's what you were talking about. Fire Slayer just getting collected in small incidents that weren't even his fault. Definitely going to kill him a little bit.
And here comes my pick, Ghost, into the top 5. He's got actually Fire Slayer behind him.
Definitely, hopefully them two can stick together till the end of this stage. I can see them probably pushing their way past Heredia and maybe Joker, but I'm not too sure. It all
Yeah,
banks on Heredia and Joker making mistakes, which rarely happens, but who knows?
never know, never know.
I guess my dark horse pick would be the 20. Sitting way back there, and I think top 10?
Who's in the 20 car? He's
It's,
been moved around quite a bit.
I don't even know who's in the 20 car.
Is the 20 car racing? There's no 20 car.
I don't know.
The 18, Bobby Love.
Ah, yeah, that's who it is. It was
I was
white
like,
and
wait a
red, and I'm
second.
confused. Yeah, Bobby Love. That's my dark horse for today.
I've heard a lot about him too. I haven't seen him quite a bit, but I have heard he's really fast.
Definitely, I think he was holding probably second or third after Daytona in the Xfinity series. And he got moved up to Cup after Jim had left on his hiatus after Daytona.
How about this front group? It's caught Jim finally working together and led by Mike G. I'm telling you, I think Mike G. the past couple weeks has been a top 6-5 driver in the Cup Series.
Definitely, Mike G's been really throwing hands with a lot of the front runners as of late. As we see him try and make a pass here, get onto the inside of Jim, maybe.
Joker's gonna try and make it 3 wide. Nope, and
close. He's gonna push
here
Mike
goes that
G.
14 to the lead. How about that?
Jim to the outside. I mean, I don't know how much they have to save in this stage, but I don't even know if
this
they
first
have to
stage is. Yeah, this first stage is 51 laps. They're gonna have to pit. Oh, Heredia got moved by the 21 and collected Jim.
Jim's not going to be super happy. But hopefully he can keep his cool. As far as I know, he doesn't have anyone in the party with him to take his frustration out on, so.
Again, my dark horse is also into the top 5 color. He's coming to the front.
Color. Yeah, Color's not a bad driver. He's honestly been doing pretty good as of late at Dover and Pocono. Or at least at Dover anyway. I think he had the top 5 as well. He doesn't talk very often, but he does. He lets his track work do a lot of the talking.
Yeah. So, I think the biggest, the biggest shocker this season, I think, is Node's 2 wins early this season. They've been pretty legit too. Like, it hasn't been really fuel saving or anything. He's just gotten these 2 wins.
Definitely, Nope's been making it work a little bit as we see Joker make a move on the on the inside of Mike G in the 14 with the 21 pushing. So Joker's now your new leader. Mike G sadly stuck on the outside now.
He's gonna have a long line to get back to.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't look like they're giving up much room, although.
Here comes Ghost to the lead.
Of course I say that. Anyway, Ghost coming to the lead now. Mike G was able to find his way back inside. Hopefully, or hopefully not, for some of you that are watching, Joker can find his way back into that inside line. I mean, really, once you get put on the outside, you may as well kiss 5, 6, maybe even 7 positions goodbye. But it looks like Joker's making it work just a little bit. Getting a bit of the draft from the 21 car, oddly enough. Looks like Joker's finally falling back.
Masop started last, and he's made his way to this front group, I think about 11th or 12th.
Definitely,
So
I mean,
good for him.
Looks like he's just outside the top 10. He's got 2 of Sharpay up in front of him. So Penske not really too split up today, but I mean, 2 front runners, and Fire Slayer's made a move on Ghost now. He's on his inside. Fire Slayer's new leader as he shoots him up the track just a little bit. Mike G back to the lead. Maybe.
This is what I like to see, them getting after it. Now Joker's back on that outside, going to try and push him.
Definitely, I'm sure Joker's going to sit here and be pretty hopeful, or just give the 21 a little shot to the bumper, force him outside. Definitely getting real squiggly.
Mike G's going to get to the lead. We got Color in second, and Drunken going to round out the top 3.
Yeah, definitely Nobes making his way up into the top 5 now, I think, yeah. just barely. Making sure Joker stays on his outside here. Try not to lose that position to him. He's just really got to hope that people in front of him stay on that bottom line. And as far as I know, it was a constant issue. It was a whole lot of people during the Xfinity race always running like as low as you possibly could on the back stretch, just so no one could pass you for that position. Xfinity had a really, really bad habit of all take, no give in that race. It looks like Cup is doing just a little bit better. SHR currently, almost all of them are top 5. Reddy's the only one outside of it now, joined by Nobes as well, as the 9 of McCard tries to make the move on the inside.
Yeah, this first stage, gotta find out where your car runs best and stuff. Looks like that's what some of these guys are doing, as the 12 hits the apron and the 4. They're 3 wide for 4th.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Heredia can possibly slip through here, but I kind of doubt it. As we see Color in the 38 take the lead from Mike G. Mike G might have hit the inside line there, or just had a bad entry into the corner and got slid up, which can somewhat kill your car a little bit if you're not careful. I mean, if you touch that inside line, or if your car doesn't turn going through the corner, you tend to lose a decent bit of speed.
I think, they are running single file throughout most of the, as Drunk's going for the lead, they are running single file throughout most of the track, but I think this track's really interesting, even when they're single file, unlike Talladega, because they all got to make the turn accurately and stuff, so I'm really enjoying this so far.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like you said, regardless of it being single file, it's still pretty interesting, because, it's not just, okay, hold the bottom line. You've got to sit here and worry, okay, do I have people on my outside? Am I getting too close to that yellow line in the corners, to the point of where if I touch it, it'll shoot my car up? You need to constantly be paying attention if you're the driver. Otherwise, you're either going to go into the wall or around. Anyway, update on top 5. Drunkfest still leading. Color just behind him. Mike G, Nobes, and then McCard. 9. Yeah.
McCard? I think he's a pretty good driver as well. He's not talked about much, but he's definitely, if he can get a few things organized, I think he's going to be able to make these playoffs.
Definitely. I mean, he moved up from the Xfinity Series last season, where I believe he was round of 6, I think.
Yeah, he was out by, I think, 1 point. Actually, I think he missed it by 1 point.
Actually, give me 1 minute, I can tell you.
I think they delete the chats. I'm not sure.
No, they didn't, yeah. No, McCard made it to... Nope, he did not make it to round of 4, yeah. McCard was down 14 points. So he made it to the round of 6, finishing 5th overall. Honestly, he's doing some pretty promising things here in the Cup Series, running top 5 most of the times, as we see. I think they're starting to come down to pits. A lot of SHR. The only SHR I think is staying out is Nobes, who needs to get up on the high line. Anyway, Jim has made his way back up with, he was there with Bobby Love just before pits, but he's come down to pits. And we got someone in a test scheme, which, again, I think is breaking the rules. Yeah, Terrell on the 8. Jim's going to be jumping with joy if Terrell gets a penalty for that one.
Oh! I think Jim was trying to signal to pit, but the 88 was below him and he didn't see him. They made contact.
That's definitely going to hurt a little bit as we see a big group of cars come in.
Color definitely sped, I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful with your entry onto pit road. I think if you start braking where you see that Atlanta sign coming into, or just coming into 4, That's where you really need to start braking. Otherwise, you're just
Yeah.
gonna really ruin things for yourself. And you see Bobby Love coming out of the pits here.
Oh, and the final four coming into pit road: Joker, Sharp, Riley, and Masopes. All great entries. Sharp had a looked like he almost lost the car, but he was able to save it.
Now time here is our first two pitters, the 41 and the 14, unlapping themselves there. Hopefully they can get around this pretty big pack. I'm sure if they get at least in front of Color, they should be fine here. Does not look like the 14 is going to be able to, but he's joined by two more SHR cars. SHR all together for now, although I believe Nobes and Heredia are a lap down.
I think Color had an issue. He's just coming off pit road. I think he's a lap down.
Yeah,
Or not a lap down. I think he's lost the pack.
I think Color might have gotten a black flag, like you said. As we see Drunkfest in the 14. And the 14, not in the 14. Both of them are in the lead now.
SHR 1, 2, 3,
yeah,
4.
no. I think they're all. I think SHR is currently top 4 right now, which isn't too surprising. I mean, they're all doing amazing this year. Not really falling out of the top 10. I think all of them are in the playoffs, but I could be wrong.
If not, they're all. No, Mike G's I think 11th, but the way he's been running, he's gonna sneak in there today. I bet, 100%.
Definitely, I'm sure if Mike G doesn't get at least into the top 10 today, there's going to be a little bit of it's probably some choice words thrown around. It's not Mike G, it's Nobes, who's just outside the cut line. He's like down pretty bad, despite, well,
he's got his 2 wins
never
though,
mind.
so
Yeah,
you got to
he's got 2 wins. Yeah. I hate
speaking
when
of the
don't move this stuff.
the test scheme car,
Terrell's
up to 7th. He's made his way up after being outside the top 15.
Jim's not going to cut him any slack. If Terrell manages to get around Jim, I mean,
they need to work together. Oh, the 9 car. Oh,
wide.
What happened there?
Jim
Terrell's
giving
gonna get
Terrell
around both of them.
a bit of a smack. Jim not particularly happy with the 8 car after incidents at Daytona. Jim really does like to hold grudges, which isn't super surprising, but
I didn't see what happened at Daytona.
I don't know. All I know is he just screamed 8 car Terrell and a whole bunch of other stuff and left. And ever since that, he's been wanting to just take out Terrell. And that was his one opportunity, I believe. I think Terrell, since he's stuck on the outside, he ain't going to make, or he's going to lose a decent bit of position.
Well, SHR is pulling away.
Definitely, I mean,
looks like they're gonna...
yeah, you've got all 4 of their cars just stuck together like glue right now. So, hopefully they can kind of work something out. Get Nobes possibly a stage win. Well, no, not Nobes. Get a Mike G possibly a stage win here.
Oh, 2 cars tapped the wall just a little bit. Looks like they're slightly catching him. Not enough though to get up to him, I don't think.
Yeah, I think we're
going
gonna
to
see SHR finish top 4 in this stage.
No, Mayhem's got to be happy with that.
Oh, I'm sure Mayhem's absolutely jumping for joy. They have got 16 laps to go, so
they're coming to 15. Oh, they're coming to 16.
16 currently coming to 15. Yeah.
It says on Nobe's stream they're coming to 16 right here.
I'm watching the same stream as you. Give it a minute.
That should be 16 to go now. Unless my sister's way behind on you.
Yeah, 16 to go. There we go. Come on. So yeah, 16 to go. I think they might have to come in and pit again. I think a lot of them managed to stretch it out to about halfway. So
I don't know, but Jim's bringing that second group up.
Definitely Jim pulling, Sharpay, Ghost, and the 21. Riley, McCard just behind him. He's pulling a pretty big group of cars along with him to catch up to SHR. So you see Jim going to the outside a little bit, and Sharpe getting onto the bumper.
I think Sharp's lagging just a little bit. Not too bad though.
I'm not too certain. Ooh.
Oh.
Jim getting shot wide again.
And
He's really not going to be super happy.
Oh.
As we see
Oh.
Sharp hit the
My
inside
God.
wall. I don't think that's going to be a
teammate.
caution.
It will not be, but that is a teammate. That has.
I'm sure Jim's kind of happy that happened. He's very quickly, very irritable sometimes. He's easy to anger, and he'd dump you in a heartbeat if you wrong him. So I'm sure Jim can kind of calm down a little bit after seeing Sharpe smack
My
that
dog.
wall.
Sorry about that.
No, I'm sure it's fine.
Jesus.
Here at Hennessy, we have a love for animals. Trust me.
Even though they are dying.
Yeah. But anyway, we've got a lot of shuffling around in this inside group here. Riley has managed to take charge of this little group as the 11 of Jim makes his way around the 6 of L. Dallin.
I think they should have kept Jim up front because
Yeah,
they're
definitely.
losing a lot of time now.
I think moving Jim, or having Sharpe move Jim out of the way, that definitely slowed them down a good bit. Because SHR is just working with each other right now. They are not going to try and pass each other. They're just going to keep holding 1 through 4. Which is honestly the right thing to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that front group when it gets closer down to the wire. See if they're definitely gonna battle. They're not gonna let each other win the stage, I don't think. But
No, I'm sure. I mean, either they're going to battle or they're going to give Mike G first place, is what I'm thinking. That would honestly be the smart move to do. That would get Mike G, 10 more points, get himself a little bit closer to the top 10, because I believe he is knocked out of it right now. Or he is the one that is in 11th.
10 or coming to 9 to go. So
I think we're definitely going to see it.
They could-
Could be a second to last lap ordeal. I think if you're Mayhem, you're telling your drivers to just stay 1 through 4. Don't battle. Don't do anything stupid. Don't pull a Team Penske at Daytona, like, Keselowski and Logano. You just keep holding it 1 through 4. Finish off this stage. But I'm sure one of them is kind of probably looking to make a move. It doesn't look like they're going to have to pit either, so.
it's definitely gonna be these 4. They're still battling in that second pack. It looks like.
Definitely they're still moving each other around a good bit. Jim managing to get it up ahead of the 88 of Joker. He's kind of split up the Hendrick group just a little bit. And if McCard in the 9 makes a little mistake, I'm sure Jim will be right there ready to pounce. Riley.
We got 7 laps to go. They want to make sure they start battling at the right time too, because if they start battling now, that second group could definitely catch
Trying to
them.
make a move. Joker going way inside after a lot of swerving by McCard. But doesn't look like he's going to be able to complete the pass. Jim staying on the outside. Really just kind of not really teasing Joker with the inside line, but definitely leaving that door open for a pretty long time.
So we got 6 laps to go. It looks like Drunk's maybe setting up a move here on Heredia. Nah, I think he just backed up the corner.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see SHR battle at all here. I mean, they'd be stupid too, as far as I know. They don't want that second group to catch them.
5 laps to go.
See Jim make a move on the 9 here, getting on his inside or on his quarter panel. And Riley, his team owner and teammate, isn't gonna go up there and, you know, keep McCard in the draft. He's kind of running in the middle, but keeping Jim
Battle for the lead.
there.
Battle.
Yeah.
Drunk. Here comes Drunk. Mike pushing him. The Nobes pushing Heredia.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought this was going to happen. They definitely. Everyone wants a stage win. It's the playoff point and 10 points.
Definitely. You always want, you know, a stage win, or at least, you know, second or third, or and fourth. But really, if you want anything out of all this in the first stage, you want them points. That's all that really matters.
Don't wreck each other. Get 1 through 4. Battle all you want.
Definitely. I mean, I'm sure Mayhem's probably sweating bullets right now with all the shuffling around that they're doing. As they're actually probably going to put Mike G up in the lead here.
Ooh, Drunk's blocking a little.
Maybe just a little. Yeah, Drunk is blocking just a little bit. That second pack not really making up any time ever since they moved Jim backwards.
2 to go. Now Heredia's looking under Mike G.
Yeah, Heredia trying to make a bit of a move.
They're not going to let Mike G win this. I think Drunk's going to want him, so if you got a little gap now.
Yeah, it seems like it. Mike G tapping the inside line there, just barely. Going to lose another position to Heredia. Which, again, it really surprises me. I'm sure all of them know that coming into this, Mike G is the one that's sitting in 11th, since Nobes has 2 wins as of right now.
Final lap. Can they run down Drunk? Drunk's gonna block that inside.
Yeah, Drunk's gonna drop, you know, way inside, and
final turn.
Just hope.
Reddy's gonna. Yeah, Drunk's gonna be able to hold on to it. Gonna secure a stage win.
And Riley leading that second pack. Anyway, it was SHR top 4, Riley holding out on top 5. Dallin and Jim making their way to 6, and I believe Jim was 7th, with 3 other Hendrick cars, the 9, the 88, and then the 24 just behind. So, I mean,
well done by SHR. Very impressive. I like to say as well.
It was really impressive. I mean, not only getting up to the lead and getting in a pack, but also working together and making sure that second pack doesn't catch up. Congrats to them. I'm sure Mayhem is jumping for joy right now.
Well done, but they gotta hopefully keep it clean.
Hopefully they can. You see Drunk rolling off in first. Maybe Mike G lets in Heredia here. It would surprise me if he didn't.
He's definitely not going to after not getting that stage win. Mike G's all for himself here, I think, right now.
It don't seem like it. He gets a little bit of a move from Riley to his inside quarter panel, and so isn't every other car. Mike G kind of stuck in the middle there for a minute, had to panic some and moved up in front of Big Jim.
Ubi's ready to break up that SHR party.
The 1 smacking up into the inside wall coming out of 4.
They're tight 3 wide back there. Masopes on the outside with Captain Jack.
Definitely really just running real close together. It's honestly scary. So Heredia try and make a little bit of a move for the lead, but ultimately dropping back to just behind Drunkfest. I feel like if you're Heredia, that's probably the right move. I think he's led a lap. I'm not sure if it was fastest lap, but he led a lap. I think he just wants to keep Drunkfest in front of them so they can stick together and maybe keep this 48 behind him.
Someone else making a top 5 appearance. Dallin's been turning the burners on lately as well. He had a great run at Pocono last week.
Definitely, Dallin's been doing pretty good. I mean, yeah, top 5 at Pocono, and just, I believe, top 10s overall. I think he's one that's in the playoffs. I could be wrong, though. So,
Who?
Dallin in 6. I think he's in the top 10 as of right now.
Let me look real quick. It'd be cool to pull this up. Dallin is. Don't see him. Yeah, he's 5th. He's done what he needs to do. Show up every race. He's doing very well.
Definitely. I mean, showing up's half the battle, really, as we see Heredia make a move for the lead. I think Drunkfest might have had a bit of an issue on the corners.
Heredia.
I mean, showing up is really just half the battle. If you have pretty good attendance and don't miss very many races, you'll tend to find yourself in the top 10, right there in the playoffs.
So
Not really. Not really a whole lot of action going on now. Which kind of sucks, but there's not much you can do.
They'll get after it. They'll get after it pretty soon.
That just tends to be what happens early in stages.
I don't think Jim's going to wait around. I think if Joker gets up there, he definitely won't wait around.
No, I think, you know, as soon as, you know, Riley or Joker manage to make their way up towards in front of Heredia, there's going to be a lot more fighting. Shoot.
Booby's really pushing that 10 down the back stretch. He's on his bumper.
Definitely. I mean, really just making sure Heredia doesn't have any room to make a mistake. I'm sure as soon as Heredia taps that inside line or messes up the entry into turn 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever, or Riley's going to be ready, right there, ready to pounce.
So they're definitely going to have to pit one time in this stage as well. It's going to be a one-stop again.
Definitely.
It is a little shorter. Will there be any strategy? 2 tires? Probably not, but you never know.
I believe with last stage being, what, 51 laps, I think? This one is probably 47, correct?
That's a good question. Let me find out.
Oh, Lord.
I don't have the Joker analysis. It's 42 to go. And that's all I know.
Yeah, I think they've been running for about not super long. I'm not sure. Honestly, that'll leave about 60, 70 laps.
Oh, Drunk moved the 6, and the 6 was under the 48.
Yeah. Drunkfest managing to get into the inside. Heredia not going down low to give Drunkfest in that inside line the draft. Kind of surprising. I mean, I'm very certain that there's no infighting within SHR, but that worries me just a little bit. Because that allowed Riley to make his way back into the inside.
We got a 12, 13 car breakaway, then we got a few cars trying to catch back up. And then we got a couple stragglers in the back. As Jim's finding his way back to the front, I think.
Definitely Jim making his way back up into, I believe, top 5. So hopefully he doesn't have much issues. He's got a friend behind him and a sort of alliance with SHR in front of him. So hopefully Jim can see a little bit of luck here. Not get fucked over too hard if it does happen.
Like a few of the stragglers, Matty Black, Fluffy, the 2 Penske, Sharp, and Fire Slayer.
Yeah, Matt Black had hit that inside wall coming out of turn 4. Way back there on that restart lap after stage 1. I'm not sure what happened to Fluffy. I mean, some might call it a little bit of talent, but who knows. far as I know, I don't think he hit the wall.
Hardy's still holding this lead. They're staying single file, being smart about it, if we're being honest, but can't wait till they start getting after it.
They're all going single file. Joker making a huge move, or at least trying to, on the backstretch. Jim trying to look under the 14 of Mike G, but not having any luck. Dallin giving Jim a small tap, and they're just getting in it with each other. I mean, them two are friends. I'm sure. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. I mean, Jim had given Dallin a little bump there on that front stretch. Just let him know, hey, I'm a little bit upset with that move. I think Dallin might have just gotten on the line.
Making their way up the Soaps. I haven't heard from him today. He's been real quiet in the Discord, but I think he's been focused. He's up to 7th now.
Definitely the Soaps has been just slowly, surely working his way up towards that front after starting in the back. Hopefully I can find a decent camera angle here that shows that pack. There we go. Yeah, no, the Soaps had to work all the way from the back as we see him going to the inside on the backstretch. Joker's going to have that slightly better entrance. He's going to continue to hold onto that top 5 spot. Anyway, as of right now, for top 10, it's looking like Heredia, Drunkfest, Riley, give it a minute.
Mike G.
Riley, Mike G.
Joker.
Masopes, 24 of Captain Jack. 21 of Ghost, 6 of Dallin, the 9 of McCard.
That's top 10 right there.
Yep, 9 of McCard. Really, side by side with Jim.
24 hit the wall.
Yeah, hard in the
He's
wall.
lagging, I think. He's stuttering pretty bad on my screen.
Ooh, Jim going way wide. Hitting the wall.
Big wreck.
I think another car got into him, but we just barely cut away. That's... Jim's not going to be super happy.
That second pack's getting dicey as the first 4 pulling away again, except one change. It's with Ubi.
I'm not entirely certain what happened with Jim there. Maybe we'll see a caution here. Maybe we won't. Does not look like we are. I mean, that might have been a good 2 or 3 cars, but who knows?
Looked like one only spun, unfortunately for Jim.
Yeah. It's definitely pretty unfortunate for him. Hopefully he can manage to stay. Not a lap down, or on the lead lap rather.
Can Joker bring that second group up? Right now it's just him and the Soaps working together. Need those other guys to get up there and push them.
I mean, maybe they can. Joker and Masopes, not really known too much for being the greatest of friends. They tend to have a lot of fights and arguments every now and then. It's kind of surprising to see them working together. But I mean,
yeah, just a little bit.
You gotta find your friends whenever you can, really.
I don't know what's about to happen. I'm sure pit stops are coming pretty damn soon, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Soaps went wide, able to stay clear of the 6th.
I think we're just gonna see. I think we're just gonna see the 3 Ford cars here. Hopefully, try and stick together. I mean, you've got 2 teammates and then one other Ford. So I'm sure they're all gonna try and at least stick together and try and get around this 88. Maybe they think they're faster. Who knows?
I think out of those 5 in that second group, Joker definitely should be leading. Maybe Ghost, but one of those 2 for sure.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, it looks like they're gaining just a little bit of time on that front pack. But it's just very slow, and
it's hard to do it though when you have Heredia leading the pack.
Oh, definitely. It's a pain in the ass if you're trying to catch up to a pack that's got, you know, some pretty big names like Heredia, Riley, 2 champions. Really just kind of carrying that entire pack. Mike G's starting to fall off just a little bit.
They're not starting to get less organized. Here comes that second pack. Very well organized right now.
That's organized. Ooh. I don't know about that. There's been a lot of Masopes really peeking outside and inside of Joker. It looks like they're just gonna continue to try and stay in somewhat of a straight line. Joker getting way ahead of Masopes. I think Masopes might have faltered a little bit through that turn there.
They were gaining quite a bit for a second, but starting to disintegrate again a little bit out of that picture.
Seems like it. I think Masopes had a little bit of issues going into turn 3. Maybe he might have hit the inside line. You see pit stops happening. 14 to Mike G, 88, the 22, and I think the 21 are all coming down.
Oh, only 2 people stayed out.
Ooh, Mike G
in those first 2.
Wall, spin around for a moment. Relatively fine. The 8 of Terrell getting pushed way out onto the track by the 3 car, who doesn't even look like he made the pits.
Neither did someone else. Who was that way out there?
Oh Lord, that is
sharp.
That is a terrible stop for the 3 and the 8. That is
Mike G didn't make it.
God awful stop for both of them. The 3 got into the 8, and they have to go around one more time.
Those are teammates keep getting into each other.
Oh yeah,
too.
no, they're definitely teammates. I mean, the only shining light of CGR right now is really Brody, who I don't even think is racing today.
Nose and Terrell fighting on the track. Like, actually, they were dooring each other on the backstretch really hard.
Trying to find it.
Oh my gosh. I wish I was streaming. I was switching over and them 2 were just dooring each other. Oh my god. They're getting after it. Poor Mike G, though, was running top 5. He's probably going to lose a lot of time. Yeah, he's going to lose a lot of time. Oh, teammates in the chat. You see the Discord?
I don't think I can repeat this, but
yeah,
Jackson and the 3 very upset with Terrell right now.
Holy crap, that was hilarious. Nobes is upset with it. I'm going to keep an eye on Nobes, just make sure them 2 don't get out next to each other. Because they were dooring each other on the backstretch. Oh, nope, 8's coming out ahead of the 41, who's in the lead, has gapped the 10 car. And somehow Joker has made it to 3rd.
Hopefully I can find the leader here. I'm not sure who exactly it is. Give me a minute. Get on Nobes' stream real quick. Thankfully, we have someone streaming this.
41 should be leading.
Yep,
I think that
Drunk Fest and 41 leading right now.
So 41, the 10, the 88. I think Ubi's behind them. I'm just watching this 8 car because
definitely.
That was
I mean,
intense. That was very intense. I wish you would have seen that.
Drunk Fest should probably be a little bit worried with Terrell and the 8 car in front of him. I mean, Terrell hasn't exactly been the greatest of drivers.
Man, if you would have caught that on stream, that would have been hilarious.
I don't think I did, sadly.
Wow.
And anyway, Drunkfest holding on to the lead. Still here. I mean, he's got Heredia and Joker just behind him.
So
Still,
at the stage break, I'm gonna have to go give my dog this medicine real quick.
right.
But you know what? That 41's actually losing time on the 8 car, and those two behind him are coming. Let's get back to that 41. Oh, real calm right now. That was very intense, though. I'm gonna
Definitely.
save that clip and make sure to show the crowd. As here comes Heredia and Joker right there with that 41 car.
Definitely, I think Heredia probably just in the draft. Just in the draft of that 41 of Drunkfest. I mean, I don't think we're going to see Heredia try and make a move here, but then again, we've been proven wrong.
I mean, Drunk moved him to get stage 1 win. I think he's definitely, maybe not yet, but I think he definitely will try and make a move.
Definitely, I'm sure Joker, if anyone out of this little 3-car pack, will try and make a move here.
Oh, Heredia's there. You know, no, Joker. Look at 3 wide. He's going to think of it.
Gonna push Heredia past Drunkfest. Might have had a little bit of an issue. Drunkfest has an opportunity to slip back on the inside and just lock
Well done,
Joker
bud.
out of top 2. Joker making a pretty bold move, getting on the inside of the 41 now. Jeez. I mean, there's just really a lot of battling up front here. Hopefully I can find who all is in this second pack. We got Riley holding on to 4th with Masopes and Ghost going 5 and 6th. 5th and 6th. Joker managing to make his way around Drunkfest. Heredia holding on to the lead here right now.
Man. Now, if they catch this 8 car, you wonder what, how it's going to go.
I don't know. The 8 card's been pretty wild in a lot of his races. I'm sure if something does end up happening, they'll either move him up or he's going to make the mistake himself.
I mean, a little off topic, but the Discord's getting feisty while most of the admins are racing right now.
Definitely, I mean, really been getting into it with each other as of late.
Nope, there's the Outdoor. Let me figure out how many laps there to go real quick.
I'm sure we're coming up with like maybe 10, 15 roughly.
Possibly. They are moving quick. Is Nope's a lap down? He is not. So, as they're crossing the line, it'll be 1 lap shorter because the stream is delayed. Ooh, Hardy slid up. They are coming to 11 to go. They are on 11 to go. And Nobes' fuel's only at 12. So, watch out for fuel here.
I think they'll be fine. I mean, in the Xfinity race, you didn't lose a whole lot of fuel if you were pushing as hard as you could. You maybe lost a lap over 15, 20. I don't think you have to worry that much about fuel here as much as you really worry about tires. Atlanta isn't a fuel track. If it had been Dover, yeah, I think that's where you worry about fuel over tires, though.
So 10 to go, coming to 9 this time. They haven't caught those 2 in front of them, surprisingly.
I mean, it could be a strategy thing. I mean,
they're rolling up there now.
Really,
though.
just sticking behind the 8 car. Already had Joker pulling away just a little bit of Drunkfest, but Drunkfest still holding on to that draft. Looks like I'm not sure. They're not really haven't yet gotten around the 8 car of Terrell. And then I don't think Heredia is going to try and make a move to put Mike G a lap down. I feel like he's going to keep Mike ahead of him.
Already lost track of how many laps are to go. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, Heredia's gonna try and make a move on the 8.
Give me 1 minute. Need to sort out admin stuff. A little bit of arguments going on.
Wonder if the second group's catching them. Not at all. Sosa's gotten around the 48 though. For fourth.
Anyway.
Oh, and the 14's going to go a lap down.
Anyway.
Oh, battle for the lead.
Joker. I believe Joker's managed to find himself into the lead here, getting ahead of Heredia and ahead of both Mike G and Terrell in the 8.
Those two are going to be battling hard for that position.
Definitely. I mean, Terrell and Mike are probably not gonna let the first car 1 lap down spot go away easily. I mean, there's nothing but open track ahead of Joker and Heredia, so.
I think the 14 is going to be able to hold them off unless the 8 gets a good run. Mike G wanted to get around Heredia, looked like, for a second.
Definitely. I mean, hopefully Mike G can hold off Terrell. Otherwise, that's going to be pretty big upset for him, with him being the 1 car in SHR that is just outside of the playoff situation.
And seems to be very fast again today.
Definitely. I mean, not surprising.
Heredia's got a little bit more turn than Joker. He's there.
Yeah,
what a
getting
move.
onto the bumper. Mike G sticking behind with him. Possibly.
Yeah, Mike G's going to
get around. Does not look like it though.
Yeah, this might be for the stage here. Oh, I think Joker's gonna. Nope,
inside. Joker's gonna find his way back to the inside. Terrell almost around, but he moved Mike G up the track. Hopefully he caught a clip of that. Mike G is definitely not happy. Joker trying to look into making another move on Heredia. He's just gonna move him up the track.
I don't think he's gonna be able to get him. I think this is definitely for the stage. No? Okay, I'm wrong again.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of fighting in between these two. Currently, not only do we have a battle for the lead, we have a battle for the first car 1 lap down, which has kind of been sorted, but it looks like Mike G's catching on Terrell just a little bit. As Terrell possibly gives 10 a bit of a shot there.
Oh my god.
As we see Terrell, the Joker getting to the wall, spin around barely. Oh, that's the end of the stage. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, but Joker didn't get the stage win. I don't know.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Jesus. I think Heredia was able to get that stage win there.
I think Joker gave it to him because of the 8 car incident. So respect to Joker, because I think Heredia was making a move and then the 8 just like, I don't know.
I'm sure. I mean, I haven't seen anything come in to the chat just yet. So
So Hardy is gonna get the stage win. I wonder if Drunk got second. He got right there. But
yeah, no. Already imagined to
hey,
grab. Yeah.
oh, did Mike G get the free pass?
I
I
think
don't
Mike
know.
G was able to find or get around.
Because
Mike G was
usually
able
the
to get
guy
around
who
the
gets
eight.
the free pass starts at the end of the field.
Yep, I think Mike G was able to find his way around the 8 towards the end there. So you see Drunkfest and a lot of other cars teasing with that inside or that apron through turn 1. It tends to be a pretty big issue with a lot of these restarts is that inside line, if you're turning too sharply, you're going to go down onto it. And 9 times out of 10, it'll spin your car. Anyway, ready to shoot off to a pretty big lead here.
I do gotta give my dog medicine real quick, so I will be right back.
Yep, you're fine. Anyway, Heredia shooting off to a pretty big lead here. Joker managing to find his way back inside with Yubi just behind him, and then Drunkfest following with what looks like Ghost rounding out the top 5. I mean, we've seen some pretty decent racing. I don't think we've seen many cautions, but there's definitely been a lot of beating and banging on all these doors. And I think for probably a few laps, we're going to sit in silence. Just sit and watch the race.
How long is this last stage? Because I do have to go pretty soon, but would love to finish doing this with you.
Alright, that's the end of our little break. I just decided to stop talking for a moment, let them race. Needed that small break. Anyway. I'm not sure. We do have Nobes' stream, but
51 to go, so there is about 160 laps in this race. Pretty sure in the real life one there's about 300.
Yeah,
so.
roughly 300 some.
50 to go. They're going 30 seconds around the track, about 25 minutes. I should be able to possibly make the end of this.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely just going to have to wait and see. Hopefully they can get through this pretty easily, no cautions. Whew. It's times like this where I really wish we could show, like, replays, because I'd love to see a repeat of that Terrell Jackson incident.
I do have a clip of him and Nobes dooring each other down the back stretch.
Got sent. One clip got sent to the track, or into the Discord.
Yeah, the 3 car.
Anyway, not a whole lot of movement up front. I mean, we've still got Heredia leading, Joker just behind him with Riley, Drunkfest Ghost, what looks like Dallin and Color, 6th and 7th.
So your pick was Big Jim to win, right?
Yeah, my pick was Jim, but a lot of incidents throughout the race. I mean, he's just outside the top 10 right now. There's a chance, if he can get the pit strategy correct, that he can get back up front.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's fast enough. It's just
definitely. I mean,
we've seen about it.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen he's got the speed to run up front, but just constantly a lot of Jim. It's just a lot of his moments. It's just him getting moved up or turned around, spun. Really, anything that shouldn't happen to you.
Ubi's getting left out to dry by Drunk. Drunk's got a good car here today as well. He's a sleeper, it looks like.
Drunkfest been doing pretty good, honestly, as we see Dallin make his way into the top 5, just getting around Joker. Or not Joker, Riley. All these different names for people, goddamn. Anyway.
Color's going to get around him as well as Miss Soaps. And Bobby Love. Bobby Love been real quiet.
Definitely Bobby Love been really, really quietly just sitting in the top 10. He wasn't very popular when he first moved up to Cup, but as of late, there hasn't been a whole lot of talk about him. It seems like he's really cleaned up his act a decent bit. Which is pretty good for him. It's a lot better to make friends on the track than enemies.
Definitely. So, we got Hurdy up front, Joker second, and Miss Soaps. What?
Probably having an incident? No, I don't think he was lagging. I think he might have had like a bad entry. I mean,
no idea. I just saw him drop to the bottom.
Not too sure, honestly.
Soaps voice crack. Soaps coming off a Xfinity win last week. That's to him on that, and having a decent run at Pocono in the Cup. Heredia winning last week, looking strong here again.
Definitely. I mean, my Soaps going to Pocono on Monday, or last Monday anyway. Managing to sneak from 8th place towards the end there up into 1st. And getting that win, I mean, pretty huge for him. I'm sure it was a pretty nice confidence boost. And had that little issue that he just had not happened, he'd have been perfectly fine. He'd have had a top 5 as we see Ghost make a move on Drunkfest. Push him up the track
definitely
just a little bit.
Definitely moved.
We got moved ever so slightly. I think we're going to see Joker come down to pit this time. I'm not sure, though.
I think he was getting the draft for the bottom lane. I think he's tired of SHR.
I would be, too. If they've been leading pretty much this entire race, I'd definitely start to lose my patience just a little bit as well.
My pick running 3rd, Ghost. Been a little quiet. Been running 5th or 6th throughout the first couple stages. Here he comes. So you got something for these front two.
Definitely. Not only that, and your dark horse as well, running just outside the top 5 in 6th place. I mean, he's been making some pretty nice moves, and then not only that, but my pick to win and my dark horse as well. Bobby Love, just fine color.
Very enthusiastic.
Yeah. Anyway, Bobby Love holding on to 7th with Jim sitting 2 spots behind in 10th. 3 spots behind them, too. Honestly, they've been doing overall pretty well this race. See Ghost getting to the inside on the grass just a little bit. But keeping that 6 behind him. Just barely, though.
Allen, at the beginning of the season, he didn't have the hottest start, but he's been heating up as well. Unless these guys really looking good. You wonder when the move is going to be made for the lead as well.
I mean, Dallin isn't really one to blow up and get mad. He's pretty much like Matt Kenseth. He doesn't have a whole lot of controversy surrounding him. He goes out there and he drives.
Joker looked under the 10, wasn't able to get there though. Or he was there, but I think he got a little tight and had to back out of it.
Yeah, I mean, you've really got to be careful when you're trying to make a move for the lead. You don't want to go onto the outside, because then that's going to lose you a pretty big handful of positions. But you also don't want to make sure you mess up your corner by going too far inside.
I'd like to point out, I think Terrell's running 11th. Oh, Drunkfest trying to make a move on the 6. 6 defended very well and held his line.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Terrell is running 12th currently.
Not over till it's over.
I feel like, I mean, worst case scenario or best case scenario if you're Terrell, top 11 just wreck out for some reason.
Yeah,
It
definitely would be nice.
it could happen. There's a very small chance. I mean, it could definitely happen.
It would be getting passed by Fire Slayer for 10th.
Definitely UB. After stage 2 of sitting behind Reddy, he's dropped off just a little bit. Captain Jack moving on to the outside as we see somebody go.
Oh, Bobby Love.
I think
No.
that was the 38. Just left.
That caused Bobby Love to wreck.
Man, I mean,
And that puts Terrell into 8th or 9th.
Terrell very slowly but surely making his way up to the front.
Definitely. I mean, he clearly can run with these guys when he's clean. He's had a few incidents early on.
Oh, a lot more than a few as we see Ghost get a little bit loose coming off turn 2.
Blocking that 6 car.
Yep, definitely keeping that 6 behind him. And Drunkfest trying to look on the outside for a minute.
Oops. After having an incident with the 8 car, he's made his way back up.
Way wide and hitting the wall going into 3 there. That's going to allow... Nope, he didn't allow Fire Slayer there to get ahead of him. Honestly, Jackson, I haven't seen Matt Black ever since he hit the wall in stage 2. On that restart. I mean,
Like hasn't made. Yeah, he hasn't had the greatest season.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, after saving a whole lot, he could possibly be saving. That's definitely an idea. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Matt Black was back there saving right now. It wouldn't be the worst idea, but I don't know if he can save all the way to the end.
Oh no, there's no way. It's like 28 laps.
Yeah, you get probably about 28 laps of fuel. You'd have to save a lot.
Over 20 laps.
Maybe if he can cut it in half, we could see him possibly get a nice finish. I doubt we're gonna see him get a win though, Jackson.
Here we go, battle for second. Ghost bringing Dallin, Drunk, and Big Jim.
Definitely Jim making his way back up towards the front. Let's see what happens to him this time as they all get around Joker, who's forced to sit on the outside.
So I'm already at a gap a little, but they're going to reel him back in, surely, with this draft.
I'm not too certain, Jackson. This is the last stage as we see Ghost go way inside, possibly pitting here.
Ooh, pitting already?
I don't know
strategy?
if he... yes,
yep,
he is.
Him
So is Heredia.
Oh! He almost lost it. So... Dallin's going to get a lap lead here.
Surprising. Congrats to Dallin. I think it's the first lap he's led this race. Just honestly amazing for him. I think we see this pack of 4, maybe 5 cars come down this time. If they stay out too long, they're going to start losing time.
The 8 car's pitting. Oh shit. Let's see Terrell get down. I like to see him get down cleanly. There you go.
I didn't have much issue. That's a shame.
Wow.
You hear that, Jackson? Sadly, second time around for pits, Terrell was able to get in pretty cleanly. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you should come to JGR.
They're all pitting this time.
Yeah.
Someone's losing it.
This is where you get a little bit worried. All of them coming down. Mike G and Joker holding on to that apron. 6 car of Allen. Almost missing pit road. Actually, no, he did miss pit road. Ooh, that's rough.
Unfortunate. You know what I'm noticing is coming through the field sharp. He's right there behind Joker, I think. Or Fire.
Once I can find him.
He's got that weird blue paint scheme.
Yeah. He's in the pit, actually. Soap's coming down the pit now. Not sure who exactly is leading Let's see if we can see
It's gonna
anyone
be
come
Heredia, I
around.
think.
That looks like the 21 that just went into turn 1, possibly unlapping himself. That group coming out just now. That looks like, yeah, that's the 18 of
Well,
Bobby Love unlapping himself as well.
21's leading then, actually. Unless he
Um,
sped.
I don't know. As you see Jim come out ahead of Fire Slayer. Right next to each other.
Looks like Fire Slayer gave the 38 a penalty maybe as well.
That's going to be, I think, a 5-point penalty for Fire Slayer, which kind of hurts just a little bit.
21 gets around the 41. Did Heredia take 2 tires? Were there 2 tire stops here?
1 minute,
I think there was.
10 of Heredia. Currently leading. I'm not sure where he is on the track, but it says he's in the lead. He's way up there in turn 3.
Some 2 tire stops, definitely.
Yeah. I'm not sure who's in second right now. That's the only thing I don't see.
The 11 car.
Yeah. That looks like the 11, and as we can hear, Heredia is just really just redlining it on the back and front stretch.
I still can't find him. Am I going crazy? There he is.
Yeah, I mean, Heredia's got a huge gap to Jim, but it looks like they're definitely starting to catch. I believe Heredia might have just taken 2 here, which kind of surprises me.
So Jim's going to be running second, Fire Slayer third, McCard fourth, it's Joker fifth, and Terrell sixth. How about that? Cinderella story.
How about it? Jim is, I don't know. Kind of scary. They've got 24 to go. Heredia leader.
That's
coming on to
lot
23 to go. So I think they can definitely make it to the end here.
Yeah, if he took 2 though, tire wear is big, as you saw in the Xfinity race.
Oh, definitely. Tire wear is a huge part of it as I try and flip back through and find Jim again. But yeah, no, tire wear plays a huge part in this race. So I'm not sure if Heredia's left sides are going to hold up. Whew. Right now, Heredia's just running by himself, which can't be too great, as we see McCard give up the 4th place position. Joker possibly just letting him up front so they can catch this pack ahead. Or, Jim and Fire Slayer, rather.
I sadly am going to have to leave here in a few minutes. I'm going to try and get that clip real quick, because that was hysterical.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're all good, man. I can call it to the end.
I want to find that clip real quick and send it.
Oh, jeez.
I recorded or stopped recording at a weird time. It's gonna be tough to find. It's like right here. Oh, it's coming to the pits. A few of them missed it.
Well, they also apparently Big Jim got into the 48's bumper just a little bit. I'm not sure what exactly had happened, but I think it might have been just before they came down to pits. He might have pushed up Riley on the track a little bit.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, Big Jim making up, making some pretty decent time on Heredia. I mean, he's closed it down to roughly a backstretch of length from what it was. So I'm sure we can see them possibly catch up. But I'm not all too certain.
It wasn't as intense as I thought it was, but it was still pretty funny from my perspective.
I'm sure.
Stop licking the carpet, dude. The dog's kind of special, but...
I think they can. I mean, we've got Nobes here sitting back in 9th. He's got 19 laps of fuel right now. And they are coming to 18 to go. So they're going to be pushing it just a little bit, Jackson. I mean, they're going to cut it real close, and I can only really wonder what Heredia's left side tires are looking like. I don't think we see him get as lucky as he did at Phoenix.
Alright, I'm going to have to head out. Good luck, Dad, and good luck to the co-drivers.
Yep. See you, man. Thank you for joining for the boot today.
Sure.
At least as long as you could, anyway. But anyway, it seems like Joker and McCard managed to catch their way up to Jim and Fireslayer, who haven't been doing a whole lot of work together, unlike the 88 and 9. I mean, if they want to catch up to Heredia here, all four of these cars really need to work together, and I guess Jackson, you're pretty much going to be the second person I want to talk to, anyway. Give me 1 minute and I'll add you. Ooh, jeez. Jim going pretty wide. Turn 3. I believe that is you. At least I hope. Anyway, it looks like they're all just kind of sitting roughly single file, 2nd through 5th, as I'm finally joined by Jackson, the driver of the 3 car. Yep. Welcome up into the booth. I mean, definitely pretty rough what happened between you and Terrell. He's not exactly known for having the cleanest record, but okay, I mean, I respect it. I mean, maybe we can see him make it. Maybe we can see him make it. I mean, we're seeing them pass around Ghost now. I don't know what's up with him. He might have just come out of the pits. Man. I've really got to look into pitting early. If it gets you this big of a lead, I have to start looking into it. Damn. Definitely, I mean, Heredia's going to be pushing it kind of hard on tires. I mean, Nobes. I'm sure Nobes, like I said, he was back in 9th. He had, just like 5-6 laps ago, 19 laps of fuel and 60% tires. I think you can make it from there, but you're really kind of pushing it. Definitely, I mean, I'm sure we'll see one of them get pretty lucky. But if not, I think Jim probably has the upper hand here. Looks like they're starting to come down now as Ghost makes his way around the 11 after just having come out of the pits a couple laps ago. Definitely. I mean, we might see Heredia come down early again. He's been up there by himself for a pretty decent amount of time. It looks like he's been losing a little bit of time, maybe a couple tenths every lap. Definitely. I mean, Jim, Joker, Fireslayer, McCard, all sort of working together. Not amazing, but they're not exactly a friend group, so. It wouldn't surprise me, but that kind of does. Penske has really kind of like stood out and said, yeah, no, we don't like Hendrick. At least Miss Soaps has, anyway. So if Fireslayer's in a party with Joker and McCard, I could probably tell where he's going next season. In the sim chat. Okay. That makes sense then. That makes sense then. But anyway, we can kind of see really just how much faster fresh tires really makes you, as Ghost has been able to move through this pack of the top 5 pretty easily and make a pretty nice lead on them. Yeah, he pitted about 4 or 5 laps ago. See Jim probably coming down to pit this time. He might have just been giving up the lead to Joker, though. They're going to stay out, and he just let Joker get around him. Possibly Jim knows that Joker is the faster car here. So you see Jim kind of struggling just a little bit now. He possibly could be. I mean, he's kind of running the high line, but then at times he's running down on the bottom, which doesn't help your tires very much. So it'll be interesting to see who can save the most here, and if that even plays that much of a factor. He's dropped back a good bit. I mean, he was really pushing hard while running up front, so this could just be very preventative saving, just to make sure he at least holds on to a top 5 here. Ooh. Yeah, Jim just dropping back even further. I want to get back into this little pack. Possibly. I'm not too sure though. Looks like, yep. So he's coming down with probably about 10 to go. Give me a minute and I'll check Nove's stream again. That would put Joker in the lead for now. Yeah, Nobes is coming. 3 to go, actually. So, I mean, that's kind of frightening, because it looks like Joker's gonna easily make it. I mean, that's 2 to go right there. Yeah. They might. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see someone's tire blow out here. I'm not sure if he was coming down. Right now it's only 2 to go. They're coming to 1 to go, actually, I believe. Joker's still holding on to that lead. Yeah, 1 to go. Joker and Fire Slayer going way inside. Not sure what for exactly. As we see Joker come off turn 4, Joker's going to win with McCart just behind him, Fire Slayer following. Then it is Jim and Mike G. I'm not sure, but even if Mike G did catch him, Jim still managed to grab top 5 today. So that's pretty huge for him. Definitely a pretty nice rebound. Definitely, I mean, Jim not having a whole lot of luck today. Managing to come out with top 5 and pole position. So that's definitely going to be some pretty decent points. Hopefully we can get both Jim and Joker in the booth here. Anyway, we are joined by the race winner at Atlanta, barely, just because Heredia had to come down to pit. Always Joker managing to get the win today. I mean, you guys really cut it close there at the end. I think Nose managed to roll off with maybe 5% on his tires and 1 lap of fuel left. I mean, how close were you?
I ran out at the line. I had like 9% tire.
Man, a lot of battling. I mean, I think for a second there we'd seen you fall back just outside of the top 10, I think, in stage 2. I could be wrong, though.
Yeah, I think that was stage one. I dropped back at the end of the last run here, trying to sputter, pedal it, get to the get that extra lap, which was actually enough, and then me catching Fire Slayer really helped me to save the tires and save the fuel there, and then just was able to hold off McCart there at the end. Still a good race overall.
Definitely, that's pretty good. I mean, I'm slightly surprised you didn't let McCard get the win there. That would put another Hendrick car up in the playoffs locked in anyway. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, I respect the move. But anyway,
You know me. I don't
always want to win.
If you want to pass me, you gotta get. I'm not gonna hand it to you easily. So
Yeah,
we tried.
I
It was
definitely
way
respect
better.
it.
It was way better than Big Jim or Fire Slayer winning than flipping the whole point standings upside down because they were both under the cut line.
Ooh, shoot. Definitely. I mean, were you worried at all when you saw SHR manage to go 1 through 4 in that first stage?
I was. They've been showing a lot of speed recently. I mean, I think they just mastered the strategy well in the first stage. I think they pit all together 1 lap before all of us, and tires mattering with how heavy the draft was compared to yesterday's truck race. I think that was the difference, and then people just didn't want to get in line and ride and stuff. So I was like, well, since we're not going to get there, might as well just pass them.
Fair enough, I understand it. Jackson, do you have anything you'd like to say to Joker?
Fourth. Yep, thank you.
Ooh. Anyway, fair enough. Again, congrats. I do not believe we're going to be joined by Big Jim, sadly. Anyway, again, congrats to Joker managing to get the win here today at Atlanta after Heredia had to come down to pit. Jackson, do you have anything else you'd like to say before we get out of here? Some very choice words from Jackson there. Anyway, thank you guys for coming in to watch today's Cup race at Atlanta. Be sure to catch us next week, Monday. I believe we're going to Richmond for the Xfinity and Cup Series. So be sure to catch us 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday. Thank you again for showing up. We're going to get out of here.